All right, I had to get one more.
Well,
What's
they're
going on,
watching
guys?
you now. Get one more.
Yeah, I had to crush some popcorn, man. What's going on, everybody? We're here with another Patreon hangout on this Sunday afternoon. I see Lamontre and Jake's in the house. So what's going
Hola.
on, fellas? Birdie, how are you this
Well,
Sunday?
okay, well, I'm glad you're asking how I'm doing. Like, dang gum, man. But no, man, I'm doing great. Me and Destiny had a really good show with Back from the Dead with December in our little Q&A section. We had a great time with that. And I know Lamontre was sitting there earlier in the Back from the Dead show. We appreciate you being there, Lamontre. And we also appreciate Jake for being here. What's going on, Jake? And just before we get down to the nitty gritty, want to thank you guys, the Patreons here. Real Hunters, yes, sir. So we want to thank you for being the backbone of this channel. And I understand some people left and all that, but you know what? We totally understand because again, we mean what we said. We have an open door policy. You are more than happy to come in, make yourself quite at home, or if you need to step out for a little bit, that is okay too. But that door is always open for you guys, and we always appreciate you for what you have done for us and our channel.
Of course, and yeah, we really enjoy we enjoy doing these streams with you guys too. They've always been really fun, nice and laid back, and yeah, it's always a good time just to kind of hang out and not worry about anything in specific. Just rock and roll.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I'm also going to test too with the YouTube Studio is this start a Q&A button here.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
I'm just going to try to figure that out. But if you guys have any questions about the channel or just want to know us a little bit more, freaking ask away. Except for Bruffer Fluff, I'm scared of his questions, so limit him on his questions. Nah, I'm messing, Bruffer Fluff. You ask whatever the hell you want, and I will not tell you where I hid that dead body.
Yeah, you'll get it out of you eventually, man. I know you can't keep
Well,
secret.
remember, because I hid it in we got us Tennesseans, we got those ditches, man.
We do. Yeah, you got to be careful about those. For sure.
All right, again, I'm just testing out this Q&A button here.
Yeah, hit it, dude. Until there's cues, what do you want to talk about today, man? I just
man.
finally.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, man. I saw you freaking light up like a Christmas tree, man. What
sorry, man. I just keep on thinking about the Ming one.
Oh gosh, yeah, it was good though. You liked it?
I really enjoyed it, man. Like, I'm a Grinch fan. I love Christmas horror movie. Well, I don't love Christmas horror movies. I like Christmas horror movies, and so I really had a good time with it. I understand why most people are not going to like it. But if you're a Grinch fan, you love your cheesy horror movies and just like Christmas type horror movies, you're going to have a good time with it. So for me, do not listen to the reviews out right now.
So
plus David Howard Thornton's in the movie too. And I know Brad wants to freaking talk about it because I want to get his thoughts on the movie he watched.
Yeah, dude, just today I watched Terrifier 2. I thought that was fantastic. That I really enjoyed. That was way better than the first movie. I know I said before the movie even came out, I criticized its length, being 2 hours and 18 minutes. I still say it's a little too long. It could have been 30 minutes shorter, maybe even longer than that.
Easy.
But it was good. It was really, Art the Clown freaking tore it up, man. It was really entertaining. It was very comedic, like dark comedy and stuff. I really enjoyed that. Had a few chuckles throughout, and just the freaking gore, man, for the budget they had for what, 250,000, 275, somewhere in there, man. They were able to pull something off pretty fantastic, and it made stacks for the, compared to the budget.
Dude, yeah, it did. So. It very successful theater. Like, even though I had to deal with that fucking dumbass teen girl with her EpiPen, which it was not an EpiPen. Brad kept on making fun of me for weeks, and I was like, Brad, what the fuck? But then I realized it was a fake pen or some sorts. An EpiPen
How'd you figure it out?
Something my mom, because you want to know a story? Yeah. She would kill me if I tell this story right now. But again, it's Patron Hangout, so it's just for you guys, so I'm okay with telling it. My mom was telling me the story about how she was showing my brother the EpiPen and, like how she's supposed to stab herself. Well, when she did it, she accidentally grabbed a real one versus the test one, and she legit injected herself with an EpiPen. And so we thought we had to take her to the hospital and everything, but luckily she's okay. She's all good. But I would not let her drop it because, like, I said, Mom, look at all these symbols where it says test, 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 test.
She probably got pumped up too, dude, man. Just a nice shot of
Yeah,
adrenaline to get you
yeah.
stoked.
She go to a pop you up.
That's
But man,
awesome. But yeah, dude, it was epic though, man. I really enjoyed it.
Fuck yeah. And I'm trying to I'm still experimenting around with this Q&A thing real quick too, because Jake, I saw you ask the question, so I'm trying to view it on YouTube real quick just to see what it looks like.
Oh, well, I couldn't have. Okay, I'll take the touchdown though. I'll take the touchdown. Joe Burrow getting 6 points for me.
Brad, we are in a Q&A hangout right now. You're not
we're
to be
hanging out.
Football.
We're hanging out. It's fine. It's totally fine.
You're not watching Joe Burrow just throw that hook and like that fucking pass or whatever, because I hate that man.
It was nice, man. Flamethrower did ask if we watch any true crime channels on YouTube. Not on YouTube, man, but I have done some stuff on Spotify. I did. What was the one I did? There was like a summer where I listened to a few. I don't do any consistently. It's been a couple years. I'm not a huge fan of it personally, but they can be fun. Last podcast on the left. I've listened to several episodes of that. And the Crime Junkies, I think, was the other one. Yeah, that one was good too. I enjoyed it. I don't know, man. I just never have the opportunity to really listen to it. I'm always doing stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it can be pretty good. Bertie, what about you?
Me, I used to listen to a girl named Bailey. I believe her name is it's not Bailey Madison. Here, let me look it up on YouTube real quick, just to get her full name, because that's who I listen to. And as she does the true crime stories, she does like her makeups and all that. Oh, there it is. Bailey Sarian is who I used to listen to a lot. She has 6.67 million subscribers. And all she does is does her makeup, she tells the true crime stories, and she really does her research well with it. So I highly suggest her if you like the true crime channels on YouTube.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. That'd be something cool to check out. I mean, some of the stuff's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, man. What about you, Flamethrower? What are you listening to? What do you watch? Anything good? Anything you recommend to us?
And let me get Jake Burnett's question, because he did ask the question through the thing I'm testing on, which I'm going to go ahead and let you know. I personally don't like it because when I select it on here, it doesn't show up on the chat on YouTube. So I'm not sure how I'm really feeling about that. So I'm going to probably just skip that on that. Plus, StreamYard does a really good job of just letting us start the questions so we never lose them. So we're just going to stick with that. But I'm going to get Jake's question here. Did you ever ask Brad about the Patreon requests I sent in the chat? Yeah, I mentioned it to you, Brad. If you can't remember it, I'll pull it up real quick. But I do remember sending you something.
Whip it up, man. Let's see it.
Whip it up. I whip my head back and forth. I whip my head back and forth.
We beat up, man. Slap at the bass, man.
Slap at the bass. I forgot, what movie did that come from?
That was from what was it? It was that one. I Love You, Man. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah, that was it. Oh yeah, I forget. Slap at the bass. Slap at the bass.
Slap at the bass.
Oh, he was talking about. He sent us a video. Not finished yet, so it's a little confusing. Yeah, he sent us a video. And he wants us to take a gander at it. So I got the link right here.
Yeah, we can take.
And it was a Twilight Zone skit.
Oh yeah, dude, Spider Monkeys.
Yeah, hell yeah. So most definitely. I say we could easily throw. Easily we can throw. Yes, I'm feeling scored a touchdown. I started him today. Yeah. So, but yeah, Jake, to answer your question, I did let Brad know about it. We will do a reaction video just for you, because you're a lovely Patreon of ours, and you have given so much to our channel.
Absolutely, man. Let's do it. Sounds like a fun idea, man.
Yeah, I would say when we do our Conjuring video, we'll throw that in there as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. And there's a couple other things we might work on. I don't know. We'll see. But man, you've been seeing all the cool stuff pop up lately. Some good news this week, man. They brought up the obviously the Mike Flanagan's doing the Dark Tower, which is really exciting on Amazon.
Oh,
We
I
talked
know
about that
you were
briefly.
super excited.
Yeah, that's gonna be because I don't know a lot about Dark Tower. I know I've heard the first series they did with Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba kind of sucked. So I never got into it. I don't even know if it was a series or a movie or what. It's something Prime did.
I think it was the movie because I remembered the movie. I just didn't know about a series. I didn't even know it was a book. But from what I understand, this is a series based on the book.
Yeah, so this book has been one of his most popular things over since he's been sober. Um, and yeah, so I'm interested to see more about it and stuff. And there's a lot of mythology, included in it and stuff like that. And Flanagan's such a huge fan. He put a lot of Easter eggs for the Dark Tower into Doctor Sleep when he did that movie. And I think he did some in Gerald's Game too. Just a little things here and there, like a poster here and a couple letters there and a couple little lines of dialogue. He's a big fan. So I think this is really going to be his freaking masterpiece, man. I think it's going to be something he's going to put all of his heart into and something he wants to perfect more so than anything he's done yet, in my opinion. So I think, man, it's going to be good, man. So I'm really stoked.
Oh, dude, I'm just like I wouldn't say I'm on your level of stoked, but I am interested. Anything Mike Flanagan touches, I am always have heavy eyes on it. But I want to see a trailer before I go any further with the Dark Tower.
Yeah, and he loves working with Stephen King too. So all those properties that
Well, I'm
he
sure Stephen
continues to.
King likes working with him too.
Yeah, he does his shit and he does it justice. He's doing, he's
Mhm.
becoming like the most, popular guy to tackle these Stephen King projects, which I think is really cool. And a lot of them have become series, I think they have the potential to anyway going forward because those books are usually pretty big. So, man, it'd be cool, man, if he did The Shining or if he did It or something like that you could really flesh out.
Ooh.
That would be really cool.
Well, I'm sure he won't be doing it anytime soon because we got the Welcome to Derry series
I
coming
know.
out, I believe 2024. I believe that's when that's
Yeah.
coming out. But I wouldn't mind him tackling like other properties like Christine. Like I know that already has a director and everything, and they're doing the remake for it. But I would have like Mike Flanagan would do an excellent job with Christine.
He would, man. Christine, Carrie's probably due for an actual good movie, not
Yeah,
that the
yes.
original one was good, but something like that
Well, the
or
original's a classic.
oh yeah, is good, man. Johnny Boy
You're thinking
Travolta, but
about the remake. Yeah, the remake
no, no,
wasn't as good.
the first one's good. I said the first one's good, the original one, but the other all the other ones they've done, the sequel and the
Yeah.
remake and all the other stuff's not been good. So yeah, it's probably due for another good entry and yeah, I mean there's a lot of opportunities he could do, man.
Hell yeah. And Jake says, just here, let me pull it up real quick so you can read it too. A DM is totally fine. I wouldn't want to hurt your algorithm with my little skit. Well, if you want to, yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely watch it. We'll definitely react to it and let you know, buddy.
Yeah, dude, that's easy. Yeah, we can do that for sure. That's not a problem.
Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm pretty sure I said that more than once today, so I'll try not to say it again. But fuck Joe Burrow. But so try to think of what else. Oh yeah, there is the little rumor going around. I have my source that we're getting a Scream trailer soon, coming up anytime now on the Tuesday.
Hey, that could be really cool too, man. Really excited to see
Yeah,
where
we're
they go
gonna
with that.
and we will react to it. So we're
Yeah.
excited. We're excited for that. I believe they said my source told me the 20th is the likelihood, like a good Christmas present for the week of Christmas.
Hell yeah, that'd be really cool, man.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Super pumped about it, man. I'm really excited to see where that movie goes, which we're due for a trailer, man. That thing comes out in just a few months. It's right around the corner. So,
Yeah, me and
yeah.
Destiny talked about it because like they need to start ramping up the marketing on it, especially with all the pictures that recently came out for it. Which I'm not sure how true some of those photos are, even though my source told me they're legit, like legitimate photos. And even our buddy Josh from Ken Blood Media, he messaged me saying be very careful on social media right now because for some reason someone got a hold of the name of the killers in the movie. So please
Nice.
be careful. No, it's not nice. Like Scream has
Oh,
never ever released the killers of the movie before, or it's never been leaked before.
unless it's a false leak. They're spilling false information to get everybody all fucked up. It's gonna be
That
cool.
would
It's
be
gonna
the
be
most Scream thing ever if they intentionally did that and how wrong they are.
yeah, that would be cool, man. But yeah, I'm excited to see where that goes, man. I'm looking forward to that project or that
Freaking New
movie.
York, man.
Yeah, it could be really cool. I
It's
like the
freaking
scene with the
Jason's.
shotgun.
What if it was like Jason Takes Manhattan? It has that old like freaking atmosphere and everything. And then when when Ghostface removes his mask, it's freaking Chicklick's there,
Dude,
or the Mighty
if they're
Putty.
on
Like,
if I swear if they go on a damn boat, I'm leaving the theater. I'm not gonna sit there and watch that again. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the boat thing
I
again.
personally hope it does, so I could just see your fucking reaction to that.
I ain't doing it. I'm not. I'm not messing around with boats anymore. I want to see. I want to
I'm
see the
sorry, I don't know
video.
why it's that funny, but
I want to see the one with him with the shotgun robbing convenience stores. Like that one. That picture has been pretty epic.
see, I don't like that picture, folks, because that's not who Ghostface is.
Hell yeah,
Like
it
for
is.
me.
Fuck
Well,
yeah, dude. He's been using
dude,
guns
I
since
was
day one.
relieved. Dude, I was relieved about the flamethrower thing being the fake, like screen, like the stab movie. So I was happy about that. But like this shotgun one, I don't know. It's just I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Like
I
again,
think
I
it's.
can't wait for a trailer.
I think it's gonna be exactly like that flamethrower thing. I think it's gonna be a part of Stab or some kind of YouTube video or something like that. Or maybe there's some people out there in ghost face masks like Robin Store. It's not gonna be the real ghost face, but man, I am interested to see where they go with it, man. I think it's in good hands. Hopefully, I don't know. I like the last one. I still think it's one of the better movies in the franchise, but I have not had the desire to go back and watch it again since it came out. I will. I definitely, of course, will do that before this next one comes out, and
Because we're gonna
hopefully
be
it.
doing a review series.
Oh, it's gonna get freaking gnarly! Oh no!
Yeah, dude.
So
Even
that's
though
gonna
I'm
be
still
cool.
feeling the effects of the skits.
No, we got 3 more to do too, and maybe even a
I
reshoot.
know.
So,
What do you mean we better not be no. Well, it better not be the tackling part.
oh hell yeah, dude, that's the best part.
Ah,
We got to do
fucking
that
hell!
over and over. We got to
I'm
get
just
it
gonna
right.
let I'm just gonna let Chuck do the tackling.
No, Chuck's not good enough. Chuck's not good enough.
Well, you know what? Chuck heard that over there, and you officially offended him. But
Well, Chuck
anyways,
can.
enough about that. Jake Burnett asked us, "Did you guys like the menu, Brad? I know you haven't seen it yet, but I have, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was really damn good. Anya Taylor Joy was great. Nicholas Holt was really good, and of course, our boy Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah, Ray
Or
Fiennes.
it's Ray
Yeah,
Fiennes. Thank God, I always mispronounce his name, but
well,
like it's
he pronounces it funny. So
well,
it's
he's a
spelled
funny
Ralph,
man,
but
and plus he's also he who shall not be named. So
Voldemort. Yeah,
take it, Brad. Like you're not supposed to do that. But anyways, but I think it's really good. Like I feel like when it comes to like a chance to stream it, highly suggest you all doing that. I personally feel like you should see it at the theater, but from what I understand, it's about the ready to get out of the theater because it's around the time frame that's allowed to be in theaters. But so I would say at this point, kind of hold off on the theater, even though I like the theater experience more personally. But I would understand with the holidays coming up, just save this for streaming. But I do highly recommend a rent on this movie.
yeah, man. As soon as it's available for stream, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
would
just
dig it, Brad. Like you and Chris both would dig it. And plus,
yeah,
Anya
looking
Taylor
forward to
Joy
it.
is a joy to watch.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite things, going on right now, man. She's really good, and can't wait to see her and do and more, including that. But man, dude, another bit of news that came out this week is that, well, it just keeps kind of popping out, spiraling out, if
Oh,
you
but
will.
hey, before that, real quick, and I saw what kind of hint you just dropped right there. Brother Fuss said it's Zombie Stew and Zombie Billy. Oh my God, no, it's not. Even though it'd probably be more entertaining, but like, no,
It could
I
be,
wouldn't
man. They could
think.
get resurrected with the freaking electrocution technique. A little pole, just right in the chest, a little lightning. They pop up. They get on a boat. They go freaking tear some shit up. They put some rocks into people's chest in the steam room, the sauna, I should
Oh,
say.
I get what he was referring to. Yeah, okay, I got what you're dishing out now, Brother Fluff.
Could be pretty badass.
Oh man. Okay, now what you were getting ready to because I think I saw what you did there.
You saw it? Oh man, dude, because
Mhm.
it's been spiraling. This news has been spiraling out, man. It's all about. It's like obviously Saw 10. They announced it's coming out next year. Next year, 2023, and we've seen that Tobin Bell's coming back. We've seen him actually filming the movie. We've seen that. He's going to be in there. We also see now that Amanda is probably coming back or is coming back, and so that
That's
makes you ask.
huge.
Yeah, and that makes you ask a lot of questions in your head. You're like, wait, now wait a minute. They both died like a mofo in Saw 3. There's been 5 movies since then. What the hell's going on? Give or take. I just made that up in my head. But then I saw something the other day where this movie's Saw 10 is going to be a freaking like a prequel almost. It's going to go back between Saw 1 and Saw 2.
Hmm.
Obviously, Tobin Bell and Amanda is going to be old as hell compared to where they were in Saw 3 because that was back, what, like
Right.
15 years ago now? So I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that. I'm excited about it. I'm definitely pumped. I've seen screenshots where they're going back to the bathroom from Saw 1, the original bathroom. So that's going to be a set. That's really cool and exciting. But I'm also like,
Mhm.
man, what the fuck are they doing with this franchise? They did Saw 7. Those first 7 movies were all they worked so well together. It was one big cohesive story that was just really nice. I know it
Mhm.
wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but I really enjoyed it. I thought they came
At
out.
least it kept consistent. That's what I'm always really impressed with Saul doing. No matter
Yeah,
how bad the movies got as they kind of went on, but they still stick with their story and they didn't do anything to change up that story.
yeah, and it was so consistent. Like you couldn't pop in for Saw 4 and be good, or Saw 5 and be good. Like you'd
Hmm.
have to watch. You had to watch all these movies together, otherwise it wouldn't make any damn sense. And I like that about it. I always enjoyed running through that franchise every year before the next movie came out, and then Saw 7 came out and it sucked ass. And then it's like, man, that was the final chapter. And then ever since then, dude, they just don't know what they're doing, man. They came out with Jigsaw. They tried to start it all over again with the spinoff. And then they're like, oh, that didn't work. So then they came out with Spiral. They tried to start it all over again with not a spinoff, but like a copycat slash a different story, a different way of taking it. And that came out and it was pretty good, but it was also like, eh, that didn't really work. It didn't do like it just didn't gain enough traction. So now here they are pulling out all the stops. They're bringing Tobin Bell and Amanda back, trying to reconnect to that original audience. And I just don't know if it's going to work. At this point, I think it's too
Hmm.
little, too late. I want it to. I'm excited about it. I'm going to see it because I like the franchise. I just don't know. It's just they're going so many different directions with it.
Yeah, it's just like I just don't get why we're making a movie between 1 and 2 and we're calling it Saw 10. That doesn't
Yeah.
make
Well,
sense to me. It should be
granted,
called
that I
Saw 1.5.
yeah, granted. I mean, the title's still kind of a working title. I think they might change it, but
Oh, okay. Well, I
um,
would think they better change it if they're going to do this particular route. But I don't under yeah, I just I don't understand why we're going backwards when we have an opportunity to go forward. Yeah, I understand Spiral didn't have that great success, but to me, in my opinion, and I've talked to our buddy Chris Snyder about this a lot, we have an actual potential future of where we can take Spiral into a new set of like a little trilogy or something. Like the possibility is there, but with this kind of what they're doing with this, like I just don't understand what they're doing.
I don't either, man. Again, it's exciting, it's nostalgic, it's pumping me up, but it's like, man, what are we doing here? Because like you said, I do think you had a good starting point with Spiral. You have Chris Rock in there, which right now everybody loves Chris Rock. Give me some more Chris Rock. We like that.
Yeah,
So
nobody wants to hit Chris Rock.
yeah, not nobody at all. So it's like, man, I like you have a starting point. You have a lot of places you can go with that. And now I will say if they do this whole thing and they somehow connect to the Spiral and give that more legs to grow on, that would be cool. I just don't know where you're going to go with this. But again, I'm excited. I'm pumped. I love Amanda. I love John Kramer, so it's going to be cool to see, I guess. I just don't know. The dude's got to be like 80 now, so I just don't
Yeah,
know
I know.
what
It's like, are they going to be doing like what we call like CGI or like the what's that technology called that they did with Carrie Fisher and
DH.
the yeah de aging technology? Like, come on, man! Like, let's not do that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, they could give him the backwards
Ooh,
hat again, like they
that's a
did in
good
Saw
idea.
6. That's the cheapest way to DH somebody is throw that backwards hat on him. Takes him back 10, 15 years, man.
Good
Um,
lord.
oh yeah,
But
maybe it'll focus on John brainwashing Amanda. Yeah, I mean that's definitely a logical choice because that's what happens between those movies.
Yeah, but I feel like they already explained it that though, like with the kind of like the trilogy they did. They already showed the scenes where Amanda was brainwashed by John,
They
or
did.
like being the protege and all that. So like, why are we making a movie fully focusing on that when we've already gotten enough of the details that we needed to know about that situation? And plus, here's my little controversy about the Saw franchise. It should have stopped after 3.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah, for sure. As much fun as I had
And
with
take
four,
out
five, and
slow ass
six.
motherfucking Jeff.
Yeah. I mean, I do. Six was great. I like that, and I like four and five a lot. I just think I actually really enjoyed the Hoffman storyline a lot. I just didn't think they nailed the landing. But yeah, I mean, if anything, if they do anything at this point, I feel like they need to bring Hoffman back, get him out of that bathroom from 7 because he never actually died. He just got stuck in there with chains. And a lot of people
Ooh.
have gotten out of that. I think if you're going to do anything, you got to bring Hoffman back. I think that's the one thing that would get people excited again. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't
But
know,
then you
man.
got to ask a lot of questions like where he's been all these years and all that, and try to explain all that.
Well, I mean, yeah, or you could set it right after. I mean, we're going back for a prequel with the 80-year-old John Kramer. It's not going to be any different than setting it right after part
Or
7.
what about
And
Dr. Gordon?
yeah, Dr. Gordon's still out there hopping around, dude. He could be
And
out there tearing it up.
give him better lines, give him a better script, and just let him do whatever Carl Els does.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Let him try it out. But yeah, whatever. It is what it is.
It is
I'm
what it
excited.
is.
I'm
But
still gonna see it.
yeah, and let us know in the chat too. Any interest of us doing a Saw review series, kind of like on the level that we did for Halloween and for Friday the 13th? Is that something y'all are interested in us doing? Let us know. But like the Scream is like a mini of that. Like that's kind of like how we're going to treat Scream, but we're still looking for that one big one to do, kind of like what we've done with Friday the 13th and Halloween, and we originally thought about a Nightmare on Elm Street, but with the Saw 10 coming out, we got to support that. So that's what we were thinking about. And I think we got our answer here of yes. Jake wants it.
Where's the foot? Yeah, I think.
Where's? Yeah, I'll go get the foot. It's in there. So. And
Yeah.
plus, I do want to redo some of those skits, even though those skits were so damn fun and entertaining. But with what we know now, I feel like we could do something better.
Yeah, I think we could do something better too. I think that'd be fun to retackle it and
Mm-hmm.
redo that whole thing with the new review system, with the live ones and stuff. That could be a lot of fun.
Right. Oh, I think it'd be
Oh,
a blast. Jake also says, "Did you guys see the trailer for Infinity Pool with Mia Goth and Alexander Skarsgård?" Uh, yeah, okay. I just want to make sure the right Skarsgård is used because I can see how a lot of people get that confused. But you're spot on as always, Jake. Yeah, I have seen the trailer. I saw it right before the Ming one displayed on screen, and it looks very interesting. And Brad, I was going to get your intake on that. First of all, Brad, have you seen the trailer?
I have not seen the trailer.
Okay, you've not seen the trailer. Okay. But I can still tie it into this because the thing I noticed with the trailer is they have Mia Goth pretty much playing the same crazy chick because she was in Pearl. And that's kind of like my concern that like Mia Goth's future in acting is she like what is it, a typecast actor that they just only bring her on just to play that one particular character, like and what do you just think about just typecasting all in general?
I mean, I mean, for some people, it just happens because they're really good at certain things, and there's really nothing wrong with that. And they tailor it to what they're strong at. In her case, it's too early to tell. I mean, she's still new into the game. She's still stepping up.
Yeah, I
She's
believe
still,
she's 29.
yeah. I mean, she still obviously like really took off this past year, and I think, yeah. I mean, I think she's definitely got to. She's got a lot of room to grow. She's really talented, and she can. I think she'll be able to do just about anything. So I don't think it's going to be a problem with her. I think they're just kind of striking while that iron's hot right now, but I don't think it's going to be a career thing or anything like that. I think she's going to do all kinds of cool stuff because we're going to see her again in Maxine, and I think that's going to be different
Yeah, I'm
from what we've
super
seen.
excited for Maxine.
Yeah, that'll be that. She's not going to be like she is in Pearl, or I mean X, yes, but X was very different from Pearl with her character. So I think,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I think she's going to be good shape, good to go.
Yeah, freaking good to go. But yeah, with Mia Goth, is anybody out there right now? Do you think is typecasted? that kind of
Like
like you
Mia Goth or
noticed?
somebody else?
Or somebody else. Like, for example, I feel like sometimes Ryan Reynolds is sort of
Oh yeah,
typecasted because he's just there for the hoo hoo ha ha's and all that. And I personally like him when he doesn't do that. Like, for example, I actually mentioned this movie earlier, Amityville Horror remake.
yeah, pretty
I
good.
thought he was excellent in that movie because he plays a totally different type of character. So that's why I'm not big on typecasting, unless if, like Brad alluded to, if you're really damn good at it, and if you want to make that money, you do what you're best at doing at.
Yeah,
So that's just my 2 cents on it.
and I think that's an example. I mean, with Ryan Reynolds, he is really, in my opinion, he's really good at that. You know, he get it really started once Deadpool came out, and then every movie he's
Mhm.
done since then has been Deadpool Ryan Reynolds, you know, and it works because he's good at that. You know, he's good at that kind of comedy, that kind of dialogue and stuff like that. But yeah, I like seeing him in other stuff too. I thought Amityville was a good performance for him. You know, you see a lot of people in comedy are kind of like that. You know, they have their style of
Mhm.
comedy and they get put in those roles, and
Until
you
they
know, it
decide
works.
they want an Oscar and do a drama.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I like Adam freaking Sandler, dude. Uncut Gems, man. It's the best thing he's ever done. And he's had a career of crappy comedy movies and a few good ones, but then he comes in with this freaking brilliant performance in Uncut Gems. And apparently that movie this year with him doing the basketball thing on Netflix. I haven't seen it, but I heard that was a good one too, man.
Sorry, brother Fluff here saying I feel that Brad's being typecasted being Hunter and Snyder's movie. Dude,
Dude,
absolutely. That's what I even mentioned Chris. It's like Chris, yeah, if you're looking for a bulky guy or like a jock, like Brad used to be a jock because he used to bully me in high school.
yeah, dude, I didn't do that.
Yeah,
You accepted.
you
You
put me
wanted
in a master lock and
because
you
you asked
slammed
me
me
to.
into a locker.
You
But
wanted
I
to
didn't
do the
ask you to
Master
slam me
Lock
into a locker.
Challenge.
That's a cheat code.
You wanted to do the Master Log Challenge. I told you couldn't get out of it. You wanted to try it, and you
I
didn't get
know, and
out.
everything was golden. I was about to get out of it. Brad's like, "Oh shit, he's about to get out of it. Oh, here's a locker. Whack!" Knocked me out for like a split second. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Nope, nobody got knocked out. It was all good. But no, yeah, I agree, man. I think it was yeah, that's when I read the description for the character, I was like, yeah, that's me. I think I could pull this off. I think yeah, because it is. I mean, yeah, I think it's really spot on. I think we could do that. It's gonna be
Hell
fun.
yeah,
Looking forward to
and
that.
dude, and I'm so excited for you too. Yeah, I didn't even like get a chance to talk to you about it. Like, just your thoughts about like being asked and like how excited are you? Because I know we do our skits and we do all the a bunch of hoo hoo ha ha's and all that. But we've always talked about wanting to do something more serious, and we do have plans for doing stuff more serious, just so we can. Again, we don't want to be typecasted, so we have to expand our horizon a little bit. So Brett, I just want to like ask you like your thoughts about like the whole process.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it because, like you said, we do have some plans we're working on. We have something really, really exciting that we're very early in the process on that we're working on, and yeah, I think overall it's an exciting opportunity to get out there and do a little acting, man, do something fun and see what I can put together. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I've read the script and it's really good. I think it's really exciting. And I think,
Mhm.
hopefully the project can get off the ground and we can make it happen because it looks like it's going to be hella fun, man.
Yeah, and those girls that are behind it's called the Wayward Sisters. Or no. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sorry. Think of something else. Stranger
Stranger
Danger.
Danger. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stranger Danger.
Stranger
Yep.
Danger, which
Brett's the official
I make.
sponsor.
Yeah, I make fun of like for Chris all the time, but yeah, like just for everything I've heard, I'm looking forward to what's going to be displayed. They got an excellent team behind it, so yeah, I'm like with Brad. I hope it really gets off the ground and rolling because I feel like there's a lot of potential with this.
I think so too, man. I think it's a really good crew, a really good story. And I just hopefully I can do my part and help make it better. I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to give it everything I got. So
Don't fuck
I'm
it
I'm
up.
grateful for the opportunity. Yeah, I'm trying
Don't
try not
fuck
to
it
do
up.
that.
Oh man. So yeah, guys, we got let's see here about 25 minutes left. So anything you just want to ask about, just let us know, or else we're just gonna keep watching football and just whatever topic pops in our head, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, and we can give away a couple digital codes if for the. I know if you want to do it, we can, or we can wait until
Oh
later and do it later.
yeah, that's right. I could make a real quick, and because I'm
Yeah, we
fast with
got.
it, making them wheels.
I know Jake's in tier 3. He's here in the house, and I know Lamontre was here earlier. So,
Yeah, and
um,
so you just want to do those two?
well, no, we can do all the tier 3 guys like normal. We do these
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
giveaways. Yeah, we do these giveaways every so often on for tier 3 peeps, where we do mostly digital codes so far, but we're gonna start throwing some more things out there.
All right,
Um,
here, let me pull. It always helps me when I pull it up like this. Heather's tier 3, got her. Chris is 1, Fluff 2, Slaughterlamb 2, Jake's 3, I got him. Cole is 3, but I'm trying to remember if he was one of the recent ones that left. I think Flopbuster left too, but I didn't quite sure. I was being mean to talk to Tony about that. Lamontre, I need to add him because I know he is a tier. I believe he's tier 3.
yeah,
Here, I'm looking real quick. We just want to make sure and treat everybody fairly and all that.
yeah. Lamontre is. It's Lamontre, Jake, Kyle,
Kyle,
Heather,
I got down, so
and Zach.
yeah, I
Zach
just got
Pullman.
added. Oh yeah, I got to add those. You know, well, I'll add those two real quick. So Pullman. Okay, and then Lamontre. Alrighty, we're saving that.
Hey, check out our Facebook page. I put a poll up today for if you guys haven't seen it already. For the we're gonna do a Christmas watch party here pretty soon. We got Home Alone 2 on there. Also, there's Die Hard, Jingle All the Way, and Christmas Vacation. Probably looking for maybe next Sunday to do that watch party for that whatever gets picked there. Also, we did find out the stream. I think it's official now, Birdie. The Shining is going to be our 1,000 subscriber watch party celebration. It was really close though, between The Shining and Dodgeball, but it was.
Wait, we can play dodgeball.
We'll watch Dodgeball again at some point, though. Don't you worry, it'll happen.
Oh, please! I say, please. That would be freaking amazing. That would be amazing because I love dodgeball so much. But yeah, The Shining did win. And that first off, great choice, everybody. So we're so looking forward to that once we get to 1K subscribers. Which at this point, I don't think we're gonna get there by the end of 2022. You know what? Christmas miracles can happen. Talk about USPS saving my Christmas miracle with a certain package they lost, but they found it and it was rightfully delivered. So all's good in the world. But you know what? Next year, our goal is to finally get to that 1K so we can bring you on more very awesome activities. And of course, that amazing 1K weekend special that we have planned for you, where it's 3 to 4 days of freaking Goodwill hunting fun.
Yeah, dude, that's going to be a lot of fun, man.
It's 3 days.
3-day celebration. Yeah, we kind of just slowed down a bit after Halloween. Finished that up. We just
holiday stuff.
Resting. Yeah, resting. You know, all kinds of fun stuff. But we should be able to kind of get things
still
back.
Resting.
Yeah, dude, that was a lot.
Yeah, I got killed a lot.
Jake wants to know what your typecast would be, Birdie.
Easily, I am the dumb nerd.
How can you be dumb and a nerd?
Well, it's simple. Like, I just try to say smart things and sound like a nerd, but I'm just fucking dumb. Like have you not? Wait, fuck you. But no, just to be honest with you, any chance where you could just get me to be my goofy self? I feel like you'll get the best version of me that way. Just let me say some random shit. Like, trust me, Brad knows me well enough. We call them or at this point, Bert moments. If you just allow me to be myself, I'll create you a Bert moment. No, like, you don't have to worry about that. So just give me like in a comedy role. Like, I'm your guy for that.
It's like a Bond moment on the old Bond video games, but it's a Bert moment instead. It's like you get a 007 emblem pops up, except it's just Bert in gold letters.
Hey, I'll freaking get my golden gun and shoot you dead.
Hey, we will be soon because GoldenEye is coming out again, the remastered version.
Yeah, and I just got me my new Xbox Series S, and me and Brad have been tearing up on Rocket League. Or I've been tearing it up, but
yeah, seriously. No, I've been fucking whiffing.
No,
Whiff
man,
and shit.
dude. Again, the more time. Oh, come on, Miles. Let's go.
Bruce Sanders?
Miles Sanders is dominating for me today.
So are the Eagles, man. They're gonna win the Super Bowl. I thought, dude, they're
I'm
freaking
afraid they
beasts,
will,
man.
man. But no, just to
This ain't
answer your
gonna be the
question, it's
Titans.
just a comedy cast that is perfect for me.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
I
That's
would
a good
like to
pick.
like earlier. I like to try to step outside my comfort zone and see if I could do serious. But I know with me it'll be a struggle.
You can rock it out, man. You were pretty serious in that Halloween 4 skit when you're the preacher.
You're hurting it, ain't you?
Flamethrower wants to know, is there a scene in a horror movie that you have to look away from? The sledgehammer scene in Misery gets me. I will have to stay on the Stephen King train, and thinking about that Deke Loving scene in Gerald's Games, first thing that popped in my mind. I hate that shit.
Okay, honestly, and we actually covered this movie lately. I probably go have to go with the fingernails scene from Oculus.
Ooh, fingernails are always a good choice. Yeah, that was
Anything
nasty.
fingernails or like anything with teeth and oral, it makes me extremely uncomfortable because I hate going to the dentist and with teeth and people messing with my mouth and all that. So when other people do it, it brings me back just to that bad thing. I have 2 bad days every year. No matter what happens, it's a bad day, and those are both of my dentist appointments.
It's crazy now, like after seeing Terrifier and a few other things, how tame those Saw movies were back in the day. Like, at the time, it was like the
Oh
grossest thing
God,
you've ever
no
seen,
kidding.
with like the pendulum kill in the middle and stuff like that. And all the like, dude, the one that sucked was in actually Final Chapter had a couple things that really blew. The teeth, knocking the teeth out and then pulling that hook out through the esophagus was pretty good too. But that's a couple things. That looking back that I can remember. That scene in Misery though is up there, man. That shit's insane.
Oh, big time. Even though, like, I know how they did that scene where they do a gelatin foot, so it doesn't bother me as much anymore. But I always try just to make the scene work for me. I imagine that it's real because our boy freaking acted his ass off selling it.
Oh yeah, it's freaking gnarly, man. I hate it. The sledgehammer.
God, I love you. Not me to you, but like for Kathy Bates.
Yeah, the goat. Absolutely.
I fucking
But yeah,
hate
that's
you.
a good
But
pick. Yeah, I know you do.
but man, there was something I was just thinking about. Oh, I was going to ask you, has your perspective on mashed potatoes changed ever since?
No, dude, that was pretty gold, man. On Terrifier, yeah, I like that. Yeah, that was pretty
Oh,
gnarly.
so
You
let
gotta
me
get your
ask you a
nutrients
question
in.
about the Terrifier 2, real quick. It's not a spoiler, but the character Sienna, do you think she's going to be added eventually to a conversation of great final girls?
Oh yeah, I thought she was fantastic. She was better than the majority of the ones in the Friday the 13th franchise right out the gate. So, yeah, I think
Big time.
yeah, she was very solid. I think absolutely she deserves it.
I think she deserves it too, especially in the 2020s era. She has so far dominated that character. I would even say 2010s. She's probably the best one, with exception of Shardy Vision's Aaron. She's probably going to wind up being the Aaron of the 2020s of like Final Girls.
This could be, man. I mean, it was pretty badass. I thought it was, definitely one of the better I've seen in a while.
Absolutely. And I got the wheel ready if you want me to go ahead and spin.
Yeah. So we got two. We got Scream and Last Night in Soho. Which one you want to do first?
Ooh, we've been talking about Scream already, so I say let's freaking give him some little Scream action.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and got the reel right here. Can you see that pretty good?
I do.
All righty. But where is it? Here we go. Well,
oh. Let's daydream. Oh.
We got it. Cole. Oh my gosh, that didn't even look like that was Cole.
That's spot on, dude. Yeah. Well, God, he won the last one.
Yeah, dadgummit. I trust you. I trust you. Kid you all not, that's not intentional. It's freaking the wheel. So Cole gets Scream. So we'll be sure to contact him with the code to see if he wants it. And if not, we'll spin the wheel again and we'll try somebody else. But now we can freaking do Last Night in Soho.
Last Night in Soho makes your wheels
And
fall
if it lands
off.
on Cole again, he's disqualified from it. So
He's also rigging the app somehow. I think he created the app and sent it to you. To
I
always
swear
land on him.
if it lands on... Okay, I was like, it's not going to land on him.
Oh, that's Kyle. That's Kyle.
Kyle
Yeah,
Curtis splits. Yes, sir. So he wins Last Night in Soho. So we'll be sure to get with both of them and see if they want the code. And if not, and want to give it back, we'll just freaking spin the wheel again. And if not, we'll figure out some way. Maybe in a live stream, we'll give the code away. Because this is the time of year to give and all that.
That's right. We'll keep spinning until we find a rightful owner. If we go through all the tier 3 guys, we'll move it down to tier 2 and go from there. And we're talking, we may, I don't know. We'll probably revamp our tiers at some point just to kind of balance things out.
Yeah, I was about to talk to you about that. I think it's where we need to meet on that to revamp it and everything. Nothing that anything is like wrong, but we feel like we possibly need to just make some minor adjustments. And don't worry, before we make them, we'll talk to you guys first because again, we don't want to mess anything you up with you guys or make you unhappy, which we always think about you guys before we make major changes like that.
Of course, man. We're just here to have a good time, man. Have a good time, folks. Show.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Brad, we got about, let's see here, 14 minutes left. While it's fun watching the Texans beat the Cowboys right now. Anything else in the movie world that you want to talk about? Because I'm trying to hold off on 2023 talk until we do a stream about that.
Well, I can tell you that I'm really excited for Thursday's show, and we're going to tear up the horror movies of 2022. I'm really pumped about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. I guess we need to go through and pick which movies we're going to do. Obviously, I think anything we both saw automatically on the list for the most part, unless it's like freaking, I don't know.
I on that share thing, on that share note where you're doing the tier names for it, I'll go ahead and create under it like a list of movies and all that.
Yeah, and then anything we both saw, I think can definitely make the list because there's not that many. And then we'll just kind of decide from there. If you want to do anything additional or vice versa, we could probably, if we can squeeze it in, we could put it on there. Men's going to be on there, man. I know that's going to be on there. We both saw that. That's going to be fun. I'll tell you, man. Okay, here's a question. You can save it for the ranking because next week or the week after, or it's at some point this month, we're doing a top 20 movies of 2022. Or maybe we should do 22 movies of 2022 just to have as many twos in that sentence as we. I'm just kidding, but
God, you'll
so
fuck me over.
I'm sure in that stream we're gonna say it. But what's the worst movie you've seen this year, man? I mean, but the worst of the worst, the shittiest.
For a horror movie or for
anything,
actual movie?
Anything.
Actually, let me look at my list. I'll give you all a little peek into my letterbox life here.
I know for me, it's fucking Moonfall, dude. That was the worst movie I've seen in probably 20 years. That was.
Did that came out? Was this year?
Yeah, it was.
I thought that was last year.
No, it was totally this year, and it sucked.
Dude, I could have sworn it was last year.
Twas not. It was a 2022 flick, and it was awful.
Okay, question. Who is this Twas guy?
Twas the Night Before Christmas. That's who it is.
Twas it? Sorry, I had to do that joke. That's a Jeff Dunham joke. But all right, let me get my 2022 list. Here we go. Because here's the deal. If Moonfall was on... Oh, what the fuck? Moonfall was on here. How did that pop up randomly?
I'm telling you, man. Okay, that was abysmal.
Dude, okay, from what I have here, it's not my worst non-horror movie, but it is down there. But the worst movie I have, and if you look at it right now, ignore it because Violent Night and Mean One is not the worst. They're actually really fucking great. Which Brad, please watch Violent Night if you get a chance to.
Yeah, as soon as it's streaming, I'm watching
Because
that one for sure.
fuck is dude, it's fantastic. Spirit of Halloween, the movie, absolute garbage.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I could have told you that. I could have saved you the money.
Worst $6 I've ever spent in my entire life.
Yeah. Next time ask
And
me.
I've had some pretty bad Crystal Burgers too.
Jake said Moonfall was better than Halloween Ends. I don't think so, man. I liked Halloween Ends. I
Ooh.
still am a fan of it. And Flamethrower said he shut off Jeepers Creepers about 50 minutes in. Yeah, that's one I just never even bothered. It's one of those that I just fucking I wasn't even gonna bother, man. I've heard
See, I'm
comparisons with the mean one though to Jeepers Creepers.
but oh gosh, like you're just trying to say that to get underneath my skin.
I've heard
But
it.
man, well, you can't listen to them, man. You really can't. You just have to. You have to freaking watch it for your own and determine it. But for Jeepers Creepers, I'm actually. I wouldn't say I'm excited, but I am super intrigued to watch it. Mainly for the fact that people saying it's worse than the third one. The third one is abysmal. That's the movie. The third one is the one that fucking sunk the ship of Jeepers Creepers, the whole franchise and the lore and everything. Like it even hurts the first one. Excruciating bad. Like it
I
pisses me off every time I think about it.
Same. It was that was that actually was one of the worst movies I've seen in the last 10 years. I remember when it came out, I was excited for it. And when they announced the fourth one, I was like, "Oh yeah, finally, man. We're going to start fresh. We're going to get rid of the shitty director and we're going to do some good things." And then no, shit the bed. I'm not going
Did
to
you
watch it.
watch
I'm not
it?
going to waste. No, I'm not going to
Oh,
watch it.
okay.
Not a chance. I have not heard a single positive thing about it. I'm not going to subject myself to it. So, yeah. Chad was really mad about it.
Well, Chad's mad about everything. Plus, he just freaking just stirs shit up just for the fun of it.
But I tell y'all what, though, man, I saw this one on Netflix this past week. It's 2022 flick, The Wonder by Sebastian Lelio. It's got Florence Pugh in there. It's set back in sometime in the 1800s, 1850s. She goes over to let's say, I think it was Ireland to nurse this girl that's not eating. It's a very weird movie, very weird concept, but it was cool. A lot of good atmosphere, and Florence Pugh knocked it out of the park. So definitely a slow burn, but it's an underrated flick of the year for sure, man. It's on the list.
Oh damn it! You just pretty much. Like I was about to ask you, what do you think is the most underrated flick of 2022? And you pretty much just answered it.
No, I wouldn't say that's the most. It is on the
Oh,
list of
okay.
underrated flicks. I would say it's Fall. I would say that's the most underrated movie of the year.
Damn it!
I
I
think
still
that
need
shit
to
was
watch Fall.
yeah, that shit was good, dude. And dude, honestly, it's a horror movie if you ask me. If you're afraid of heights, it's more scary than anything you'll see this year. So I think that's definitely on the list. And we watched one the other day, Emily the Criminal. It's just now on Netflix with Aubrey Plaza. That
Oh,
was
I'm
really
so
good
watching.
too.
I'm about to have a week where I'm out of work, and that's like the week of Christmas or the week after Christmas. Christmas is on Sunday, and then that entire week I'm pretty much off, with the exception for Wednesday. I have to go work on Wednesday, but you know what? I take one day of work for a week and then the rest off because again, I'm going to spend that time watching a lot of movies and to finally get started on our real March Madness watches for the 90 movies because I got to watch 42 movies uh, from now until then. But yeah, yeah, man.
Do,
But the criminal one with Aubrey Plaza, that one I'm watching immediately.
that's three. Here's my three underrated movies of the year. It's Fall, Emily the Criminal, and Significant Other, which is one that's on Paramount Plus. That's got Maika Monroe in it. That was one that was really intriguing. It was weird. It was funky. It wasn't necessarily an amazing movie, but it was really, really cool and unique. And Maika Monroe killed it as always. I actually have it over
Yeah.
her other movie, Watcher, for the year. So yeah,
Dadgummit, that was mine. That's my underrated movie of the year is The Watcher.
it's a good one, man. Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
so dude, it's so cool. Like I have one point thought my Flanagan was directing this movie because with how much freaking tense atmosphere is in this and just messing with the whole paranoia of being watched. Again, title movie watcher. And Mika Monroe, first off, that was one of her first works she has done in a while, coming back into the horror genre. And what a freaking way to come back, man.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was that was a good one. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
That's a good one. And of course, I want to mention Fresh on Hulu. So that's such a fun one.
Dude, yeah, and let's talk about that a minute. That's a good point. I know we're kind of, getting towards the end, but you look at the movie, some of the best movies that's come out this year are direct to streaming horror movies. You got Prey, you got Fresh, you got Significant Other, you got Watcher went to theater initially. Hellraiser's on the list. Deadstream was another fantastic one that went to Shudder. That was really good. I mean, that's a trend we're seeing here. Orphan First Kill's another one. You're looking at these movies that's come out this year, and man, it's a trend, and I kind of like the trend. You're getting a lot of these kind of non-blockbuster horror movies that are going straight to streaming, and they're being taken seriously, and they're great. It's awesome. I think it's great for punching some things out there, man.
Yeah, and aren't they doing like a particular like standalone category for streaming performances now, like at the Oscars and the Emmys?
I don't know. I
Like
don't know.
nobody watches them anyway, but like
I don't know. I wouldn't see the Oscars doing that. They might be, but I don't. I would be surprised. I feel like there's such a well. I feel like a movie has to go into theaters to be eligible for the Oscars. I think that's what the rule is.
okay.
So yeah, unless they changed it, I don't know. But and
they
that's
know
why,
how
like you
long
saw,
you have to put the movie at the theater?
I think that's up for interpretation, because that's why we saw, like, whenever The Irishman came out a couple years ago, it went to theaters for like a day or two just so it could be qualified or whatever. It had a very limited release, and it wasn't even a widespread release. It was only available in certain theaters. So it doesn't have to be a widespread release, just as long as it goes somewhere.
Right. And you know what? And that's your pretty much your loophole right there. All these freaking like Hulu stuff, you just showed the theater for 1 or 2 days, you're eligible. Boom.
So that could be a fun video we could do at some point. We could think about doing it is maybe like a ranking of the best stream services of the year, because you got a lot. Like, you look at Hulu, who dropped Prey and Fresh this year, Prey, Fresh, and Hellraiser, all three of those. And then you look at Paramount, they got Significant Other, man. They got Smile on there. I know that with the theaters, but it's still kind of a Paramount product,
Right.
Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting to do something like that.
Dude, and then of course, freaking, do you know who has been killing it this year when it comes in terms of horror movies, or just like releasing them left and right? Freaking Shudder, man.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, Deadstream was fantastic. And I think that might be the only Shudder exclusive I saw. I know Watcher was a Shudder film. They did go to theaters initially.
But I got a theater reaction. That's why I wanted to check it out before I hit Shudder.
Yeah, so that's cool, man. I like the trend. See for Me was one that came out. It wasn't great, but it was pretty good. I remember seeing that.
Oh, Bradford Fluff asked him if The Watcher was based on a real life case. I didn't know. I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me, because with how detailed oriented that the whole movie displayed, it could easily be a real life case.
I think it might have been. I mean, it's definitely something that happens and happens somewhat regularly. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know for sure. I can't say if it was anything specific, but
yeah, same here. But like, just like based off what the movie like kind of tackles some real life issues with it, it's still scary.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely.
Hell yeah. So let's see here. Want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to doing that 2022, like the best movies we've seen all year, because so far I've seen 55.
Yeah, where am I at? We're going to be doing...
Seeing 55, and
I
have 56. Man. Oh, there you go. I thought you didn't watch that. It seemed like you didn't watch that much this year, even though, again, you had a very important responsibility to tackle in September and now. So I don't blame you for that at all. But no, I'm glad you're still able to still watch movies and to keep up with things.
Yeah, man, streaming's helped out a lot, and I got a couple more I need. I still haven't seen Nope, and
Nope is on Paramount Plus.
It's on Peacock.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Peacock. Sorry, yeah.
Peacock. But I haven't seen it yet. That's one I still need to
Yeah,
check out.
you need to check that out. It's just okay for me. Like, it's still a very beautiful movie that Jordan Peele made and all that. It's just for me, Jordan Peele movies are starting to go down instead of going up. So that's why I feel like he needs to take a step back and go back to what works. It's just a simple single oratory story idea, kind of like how Get Out. He pretty much needs to do a Get Out type movie, but just not Get Out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he needs to just make something not so complex. Like he, I feel
Right.
like everything he does, he wants to just do it. Just make it way too complicated. So yeah, I think that would help him out a lot.
Yeah. And we'll get this last question. We'll bounce on out here. Jake asked, Avatar this week. Excited? Uh, I wouldn't say I'm excited, but freaking James. It seems like James Cameron has been working on this movie for like ever, and at least he's one of the great filmmakers of our time too. So at least out of respect, we gotta check it out for all of his 10+ years of hard work on this movie.
I'm
Or
excited
what
for
felt
it
like
just
10
for
years.
it's been at least 10 years. I'm excited for it just for that reason, just because I think James Cameron's one of the best filmmakers of all time, and if he spent this much time on a project, I'm interested to see what the product's going to look like. But I didn't really like the first one. I need to rewatch it because I haven't seen it since it came
Yeah,
out. But
same.
it's
I
never,
need to do that this
yeah.
week.
So
It
yeah,
should, it
and
should
I
be
don't
on
know when I'll
Disney
get a
Plus.
chance. Yeah, and I don't know when I'll get I don't know when I'll get a chance to watch it, but yeah, I'll see it when I can for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
I am excited to see what he did with it.
yeah, and just the last note, I would absolutely love to try to check this out on 4DX and make this my first 4DX movie, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. But if I get a chance to try to do that, I would love to try to make that my first one.
For sure, man.
Yeah, so all right, I think we got everything in the chat. Brad, anything else you want to talk about real quick, or you think we good?
I think we're good, man. I think we'll do it again next month, and looking forward to some of these shows we got lined up, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and of course, if there's anything we can do to help make your Patreon experience better, or just let us know. Again, we're going to relook at some things. And then until then, we'll just freaking see you all next year for 2023.
Yes.
Yes. See you guys.